Well, since I finally have a review on Sunday, the day I'm supposed to, we're only weeks away from Batman vs. Superman. And do a quick review of this movie. It's all this is a quick review. Yawn. Superman Returns. This is the movie that I grew up with. This Superman movie is the one I grew up with. I remember playing the PlayStation 2 game of this game. I played it all the time. And it was one of my favorite games. Now going back on it, it's terrible. Even though I don't have my PlayStation 2 anymore. I have my PS4 and Xbox One. But still, it is a disappointment of a movie, a game, and I hate to say it, but I have a special guest here. Yep. I had this when I was little. I had this. I got this at Christmas 10 years ago. And this is the Superman Returns, humongous, look at this thing. I found this in my closet, whatever. So yeah, I grew up with this movie, whatever, and oh my gosh, what a snooze fest. So I'm just gonna set him. You wanna be in the review? Let's put Brandon Routh in the review. He's been on camera in a long time. Get it? Because he hasn't been in movies and all, so. Oh, but no, that looks weird. Alright, I'm gonna sit right here next to me. Looking at you. Yeah, that's the way to do it. So Superman Returns, to really talk about this movie, all it is a snooze fest. This movie was directed by Bryan Singer, who is the guy who did X-Men 1 and 2 and the really good X-Men Days of Future Past. And this movie, when it came out, people were really looking forward to it because it was Bryan Singer. He just did X-Men, then he didn't do X-Men 3. He decided to do this movie. This is a 2.5-hour movie of just Lois Lane and her husband and her child, whatever, and learning Superman and his powers and returning, whatever, and all that kind of stuff. And there's 2 action scenes in the movie. The one scene with the plane, whatever, and then the very end where he's falling. And the very ending where Kevin Spacey attacks him with the kryptonite. He's gonna go over here because he is annoying. He can sit right back here. So this movie, again, it's a snooze fest. There's not a lot to say about this movie. When I was watching this movie, literally yesterday, I watched it at night, which is the worst time to watch it. It's a 2.5-hour movie. I literally fell asleep in the first 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes, it shows him returning back to Earth, whatever. Then it shows him in his previous past, where as a kid, jumping through the cornfield and landing through the barn and falling over, and almost hitting the ground. And he's floating. All that was neat to see. But when he gets to Kevin Spacey and him being all evil and bad and everything, it's just such a joke. Him as Lex Luthor, though, that could have worked. Ken Spacey's a good actor. He could have definitely pulled off a Gene Hackman. But no! This movie is so boring. And when the scene happens with the plane and Superman has to save all those people on the plane, I will admit, that's a good scene. It is a good scene. It's an exciting scene. But this movie is so focused on Lois Lane and her child and James Marsden, whatever, her and her new husband, whatever, and Superman's all jealous, whatever, and he's flying around with her, and it's a relationship, whatever. We don't care. For 2.5 hours, we get that crap. At the very end, when Lois Lane and her son are in jeopardy, whatever, and Superman gets stuck by the kryptonite, whatever, when Kevin Spacey stabs him in the back, whatever kind of stuff, and it's at the big temple, whatever. It's so just really, you know exactly what's gonna happen. Spoiler alert: Superman saves the day and everything. I think we all knew that was coming. So this movie, all I can say is. That's all this movie is. And Brandon Routh, he tries his so best to be the old Superman. He tries his very best. He's literally doing everything. And smiling at the camera, zooming in the camera. He's flying everywhere. I remember this movie, I remember the teasers on the posters come out, him floating in space and it's covering his face. I remember when this movie was about to come out, I was so excited. Superman. And now we just have this. That's all I have. And I have a little painting over there of Superman. Superman, I grew up with this movie, and it's a snooze fest. Even as a kid, I said this is so boring. Can we just skip to I used to fast forward to the action scenes, which is 2 of them. And I could barely get through this movie last night. I fell asleep so many times. One of the positives are the directing good, the action scenes are the most entertaining, intense parts. Brandon Routh did a good job as Superman, the best he could and everything. The suit looks so fake, whatever, to me. It looked like a Comic-Con suit, whatever. It's someone ripped it off, whatever. This is just, it's not a good movie. It's not. It's a really big snooze fest. I'm going to give this movie a C-. It is not worth your time. If you're doing what I'm doing and watching the whole Batman vs. Superman marathon before go seeing the new one, and just skip this one. Honestly, just skip it. There's nothing there. It's just a snooze fest. So now, we are officially done with Superman until we get to Man of Steel, which I'll review in a few weeks. So now we're back to Batman, so next week, we will be reviewing The Dark Knight! Yes! I'm finally reviewing The Dark Knight. I'm super excited. I cannot wait. I'm so happy I'm done with you. Like, seriously, like, this thing is creepy looking. Like, look at that. I am Brandon Routh. I am glad to be back on camera again. Hooray. I need to put this thing away. Seriously, it's gonna break in my house. So anyway, guys, you guys enjoy this review. I'm super glad Brandon Routh could be on camera once again. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys!